Can you hear me now? No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yeah. All right. Sorry for the technical difficulty. No. As you guys know, I'm new to this stuff. I've only been released since August 10th, 2022. But a couple, and I've been doing these episodes, and I'm going live right now for you. And I'm sorry for the late hour, but it's just, the demands of life, working, coming home, trying to reunite with my family and stuff. It doesn't really give me a lot of time. What's up, homie? Doesn't give me a lot of time to do the things I need to do. But I just want to take this time and to thank everybody, all the subscribers that helped me get to 1,000 views a couple of days ago. I really appreciate all the comments and all the well wishes that you guys been giving me. And I just want to emphasize what I'm trying to do here. It's like, I had a few comments that said that, this is just an excuse to glorify the violence, but it's not. And I want to make that a point. My purpose of these episodes is to take you guys through the journey that I've been through for the last 2.5 decades and to show you the chaos that I've lived in, the violence that surrounds me, that I've witnessed, and even some that I've been involved in. And hopefully in the long run, my objective is to deter the people that's living the life that they're living now. I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to tell you, don't do this, don't do that. I'm here to let you know, if this is the life you want, this is the life you live, then here's the 2 places you're going to end up. You're going to end up in a box, whether that box is beneath our feet or whether that box got gun towers around it. But that's your destination. Do what you want to do, homie. But you got to understand too, when you live this life, when you buy into this life, you got to stick and live by the code. If not, you're just going to be a victim. You're just going to be a body. Because other people that live this life, that bought all in, they're committed to it. So the way they feel is, if they're committed to this life, giving themselves 100% to this life, then they expect the same from you. And at any given time that you say that you give less, that's just an excuse for them to deal with you. So my objective here, man, is to just take you guys through the journey that I've been on, to try to help you guys have a better understanding of the reality. Right now, I'm 45 years old, and I'm starting my life over. Just a couple weeks ago, Homeland Security took me off their list and approved me to get my driver's license, and I went and got my driver's license last week. I'm still waiting 3 to 6 weeks for them to send me the hard copy, but I got the paper copy that says I'm able to drive a vehicle. I have a job. I work part-time doing stucco and demolition. Those are back-breaking work. Those are hard work. But these are a job that's, when you come out as a felon, you don't have a lot of opportunity. Right now at 45, you should have already figured out the kind of career you want. You should already know. You should already have a family established. If you're a player, you're going to be a player. But, if you're one of those people that want to have kids and have families, at 45, you should be looking forward to having grandkids. I don't have any children. I've been locked up since 1994. I was in prison. I went to juvie in 94, December 26th. And since 1994 till this day, I've only been out a year and now 3 months. Next week will be my 3 month point that since I've been out of prison. And I got sent to the USP. And those of you that have been following me, has been listening to the episode, you already know the kind of environment that I've been in. And it's just, I don't know how to really express what it is that the emotions and the feelings that go with trying to start your life over at 45. I'm there's kids that are 20 and 21 that has already, done things with their life. Why here right now, I'm doing hard labor. I'm trying to get it readjusted to the community, trying to get to know my family again. A couple of days ago, my sister flew in from Virginia to come and visit me. I haven't seen her since 1986. That's what, 36 years? I'm a refugee. I came from Cambodia in 84. And earlier tonight, I had dinner with my family and some friends. And it was the first time that I ever got my dad to share some things about the things that he went through. Our history, being Cambodian, the killing fields, our history is not told here in America in a public school, because our history, the atrocity that happened in our country, doesn't play in a role in the makeup of America. We're not Europeans. You hear about the Holocaust all the time. The reason you hear about the Holocaust all the time is because they play a role in the makeup of America. You hear about the stuff that's going on in Ukraine now. One, because we got social media, and two, they're Europeans. When I was in Florence, my cellie K, he Googled Cambodian, Vietnamese, Laos, and he wanted every National Geographic article that had those names in them. And we got a stack. We got like 10 or 12 of them. They touch on the culture of Cambodia, on the culture of Vietnam and Laos. They even touch on the Vietnam War. But from 75 to 79, they never had one mention of the atrocity that was going on in Cambodia. They got a dude named Pol Pot, the leader of the Khmer Rouge, slaughtering a third of the population, and National Geographic, the world-renowned magazine that's supposed to give you news from all around the world, didn't write a damn thing about it. Didn't let the world know the atrocity that was going on in our country. My dad had 18 members in his family. After the war, the only one that survived out of his family was him, my older sister, and my two little brothers. He then remarried. But, speaking to him and hearing him tell part of his stories today, he was telling me today about when they were in the refugee camp, not the refugee camp, but in the slave camp where the Khmer Rouge had him housed. They would only feed you a spoon of rice. This is news to me. I just barely heard it today. A spoon of rice. And they expect you to live off that spoon of rice. You got millions of people out in the countryside growing rice, but yet everybody's starving to death. And during the time when they were in the slave camp, they would interview people. They say, hey, are you happy here? Or what are the people that are being captive supposed to tell you? No, we're not happy. This is fucking atrocity. We bucking. This shit ain't cool. No. In fear of their life, they always got to answer, yes, we're happy. Is everything good here? Yes, everything's good here. But the truth, it wasn't. Everybody was starving to death. But there were some individuals that spoke up, said, nah, we're not happy. The stuff you guys are doing is fucked up and it's killing us. They said, oh, would you please step over there in this other room? And they continued to interview people, And all the people that said that they weren't happy with the situation, I mean, I don't think I really have to tell you what happened to them. They took them down the road a little ways, but they didn't put a bullet in their head. They beat them to death with a stick for telling the people that's in power that, no, we're not happy with the situation. Why are you doing this? You're Cambodian too. Why are you doing this to our people? You know, our country was a prosperous country back in the 70s, back in the 60s. Yeah, we were colonized by the French and ruled by the Europeans. But there was opportunity. You know, people were leaving the country, going to France, coming to America to educate themselves and whatnot. But our government was corrupt. Pol Pot, he came and he went and studied in France. He studied Marxism, socialism, communism. When he came back, he saw that the government was corrupt. It was an opportunity for him and his guerrilla outfit that we call Khmer Rouge, which means Red Cambodian, but in English they call it the Khmer Rouge. So what they used to promote their agenda was, look, the government is corrupt. We are about the people. Help put us in power and we're to make your lives better. So the people helped them, put them in power. You know, overnight, the Khmer Rouge took over the government. And everybody celebrated. Cars was honking, people were celebrating. Yeah, we've been liberated from the corrupt government. You know, Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge is going to bring a new regime. It's going to make our lives better. Well, 3 days later, they got a knock on their door. They open their door, and there's Khmer Rouge soldiers outside their door telling them, hey, we got to evacuate the city because America's going to bomb the capital. America's going to bomb the city and this and that, and scared the people. So they're telling them, man, just grab what you can carry. We got a long march. Just imagine if you live in Utah, where I'm at right now, in Salt Lake City, in the capital city, 6 million people in your city, and all of them is being evacuated from their homes and marched out into the rice field. These people helped this communist guerrilla outfit to come into power because they thought their life was going to be better. And they all end up being slaves. And they all end up being murdered. We had 6 million Cambodians at the time. And 2.3 of them got murdered. And when I be murdered, some of them died of disease, some of them died of starvation, and some of them died because a bullet went through their brain. But at the end of the day, they're all dead. You know, I'm sorry I'm kind of going off course, but you know, I mean, I thought I was just going to come on here and just show my appreciation and gratefulness for all the subscribers helping get to 1,000 views. But having dinner with my parents today and hearing my dad able to share some of his stories that he's never told us, because every time we try to approach this subject, you can't do it without a dry eye. And there's no fond memories from this time. People that I meet through the course of my life, they never even heard of the killing fields. They never even heard of the atrocity that happened in Cambodia. None of us, being Cambodians, woke up one day and say, hey, we want to be in America. We want to be a second-class citizen in America. We want to make our living in a country that we don't know the language. We want to clean toilets, make white people's bedding. Nobody saw this stuff in their future. So like for the people here that live here in America, when you see refugees coming into this country, when you see immigrants coming into this country, don't have the thought process that they're invading your space or that they're taking jobs that you don't want to do or jacking up the job prices because people are paying them less to do the job that you're not wanting to do for that price. These people are in this country because there's atrocities going on where they're from. Because there's people getting killed from where they're from. Because their standard of living is fucked up. For lack of a better term. I apologize for my cursing. But the situation at home is not good. So they're taking the risk of coming over here to America. And some of them are forced here to flee here to America. These people are looking for a better life, for a better opportunity to take care of their family, just like any one of us here living now is trying to do. We wake up from 9 to 5 every day and trying to make a living to support our family. So when you see these immigrants, when you see these refugees, understand that these people are not here because they were rich in another country and wanted to come over here and exploit their richness. They're here because they're looking for a better life, because the life that they're leaving behind, they're leaving family behind, they're leaving parents behind, they're leaving brothers, sons, daughters behind. They come over here to grind away, to build send money back to help them and help themselves here. All of us here in America are immigrants, are refugees. The only people here in America that was here was the Native Americans. The rest of us were all foreigners. I don't care if you've been here 100 generations, you're a foreigner. You came here for a better opportunity. So when you see immigrants or refugees entering this country, how can you not empathize with them when your ancestors did the same thing? All of us that migrate here to America, we've been persecuted in our own country. And it's fucked up. But that's the way that the world works as far as with the elite. The things that happens out with us in the streets here don't affect the rich. The gas prices at $4 or $5 a gallon, it don't affect the rich. They don't even pay for their gas. They don't, everything's on a credit card. They got millions, so it don't matter if it costs $1 or $100. But for us, for the middle class, the lower class, every penny counts. And it affects us. When our neighborhood is trash, that affects us. When our neighborhood is infested with violence, that affects us. They live behind the elite, the rich. They live behind gated community with 24-hour security. The stuff that's going on out here don't affect them. And they don't give a shit. We're the laborers. We're the one that go clean the houses, clean the toilets. We're the one building the roads. We're the engine of the economy. We pay these politicians to sit there and run their mouths, argue all day long. They don't even type up their own speech. They got a speech writer. They got secretary. They got this and that to run around with them. All they do is ride around and run their freaking mouths and never get nothing done for the people. You know, I don't want to get political or anything, but it's frustrating. You know, before I left, and I'm still looking for it right now, it was 99 cents Whopper. I mean, you can laugh or whatever, but you were getting paid $4 an hour, but a burger only cost you 39 cents. I've gone to every single fast food place out here to try to find a lunch meal for less than $10, and I've yet to accomplish that. You know, a value meal now is what, $9.49, $9.99, plus taxes is $12 freaking dollars. So, yeah, we're all getting paid $20 an hour now at certain jobs, but our money is worthless. You know, I mentioned, you know, I only say these things to let you know, like, I've been frozen for 20 years. And now I'm teleported into the future. And I didn't have any, like, reintegration, a time period where I can slowly insert myself into the community. I was just thrown out here. You know, I was denied a halfway house for whatever reason, and I was just thrown out here. You know, and I read on some of the comments that I've had, like people that's been home, they're still adjusting. You know, people that's been home 5 years, people that's been home a couple years, some of them being longer, and they're still trying to adjust to the environment, to this world. Because when you're locked up, they don't prepare you for this world. They don't tell you what's awaiting you outside these gates. All I've known, and people like me known for the last 2 decades, is a chaotic and violent environment. So to come from that environment and try to transition to the community it's a culture shock. You know, the first few weeks, I was kind of like in a honeymoon period. So I really didn't feel the effects and really didn't understand how the people that's been home before me was having trouble, adjusting to the community, adjusting to the real world. But the honeymoon period is over now, and I'm in the real world, and having responsibility to provide, to make rent, to put food on the table. I can empathize with them now. You know, it's a hard world out here. But, you know, my objective here for these episodes that I put out every day is to emphasize that you don't want to live the life I live. You don't want to be starting your life over at 45. I know when we're out there in the streets, chasing the money, chasing the glory, chasing the girls, those are all thrilling. Those are all fun. But let me ask you, how much money, how much glory, street cred, street fame, girls is worth 2 decades of your life? Are you guys willing to sit in a freaking prison cell for 20 years for $1 million lick, for $100 million lick. Everyone that I've spoken to that's been home, they're like, man, every day free is a good day. They'd rather be broke, struggling, going through the changes they're going through now in exchange and as opposed to that box. Because no matter how bad you're doing out here, one day, whenever you possibly can, you're going to get a burger. You can run into a girl. You're not getting no burger, not the way you want it, like Burger King in a joint. And there ain't no damn girls in there unless you like the ones with, got something swinging between their legs. But just having the opportunity to step outside of a house, step outside your room in the middle of the night and look at the stars. Out there, 8:30, you're locked in your unit, homie. You're looking out a freaking window, and if you're lucky that they don't have those little freaking shit on the window where you can't see out, like a fog thing on your window. You're lucky if you have a clear window where you can look out. But you can't step out that cell. You can't step out that cell till 6 o'clock in the morning. And that's if the CO decides to open your door. Here, I know that we all want to keep up with the Jones, have this, have that, come home to a mansion, to a Rolls Royce. But what is it out here that you're pursuing is worth sitting in that box? The objective of all my episodes, whether it's Beyond the Wall or Welcome to the USP, is to let you know you really don't want to be in this environment. For me today, there's no lick, there's no opportunity, there's no wealth, there's no girls, there's nothing, none of that shit that's worth 2+ decades of my life sitting in a box waiting to kill somebody or waiting to be killed by somebody. Like, I want to emphasize, man, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm just telling you, take a breath. Take a moment and evaluate your situation. And ask yourself, are the things that I'm doing worth the consequences that's going to come down the road? Again, I just want to take this opportunity to give thanks to all my supporters, to my wife, to my fam, to my friends, and to all those that subscribe and view these things. That I appreciate you. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here to share this story. And that maybe, hopefully, the big picture is, if I'm able to deter one youth, one person out there to change their life, to take a different route, to reevaluate themselves in the situation they're in, then I feel that it's worth it. I love you guys. I hope you continue to support me. And I appreciate everything that you guys are doing, man. Thank you. I'm going to be working on coming out with new episodes, taking you through the journey that I'm on right now. I'm in bloody Beaumont. And, yeah, it's a crazy experience. And I appreciate all the support. See you guys in a couple days. Love you. I don't know how to stop this thing, so forgive me. Yeah, I'm just looking at the screen and everything. Just look. Thank you for the comment. Um, I'm not trying to hold you guys up, but I'm reading some of the comments and I appreciate you. Yeah, I know everybody's laughing at me on there, but I don't know how to stop this shit. I don't see no button to do this. I'm gonna be stuck on YouTube Live forever. Yeah. Well, but whatever it is, it's just me giving it to you raw, man. I don't have no personality other than who I am. I don't have any agenda other than just sharing my story and, maybe a little entertainment. But I'm really trying to get off this live stuff and I don't see any buttons. Okay, I think I found one. My wife just pointed it out to me. So, again, in closing, thank you so much for all your support. And I hope you continue this journey with me. Much love and respect to everybody. Thank you. Oh, that's not the button. Well, I thought I found the button. It's not the button. This shit is goofy. Okay. Bear with me. I'm trying to cut off and I don't know how to cut off. So, yeah. Now it's starting to get embarrassing. My wife is laughing at me. It's not much help. So, I have a save, highlight, share, and a mute mic. That's not it. Hold on. That's an editing button. That's not it either. Hi, Canada. Somebody hit me up from Canada. Hi. Thank you. I'm from Salt Lake City. I live in Sugar House right now. My family lives in West Virginia. I mean, not West Virginia. That's my sister. I live in West Valley. I'm just answering comments that are on here. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, anything that you want to know, I'm an open book. That's the reason why I'm out here doing these things. It's just, okay, somebody got their family in West Valley. That's cool. Okay. Well, maybe I don't have to find the off button. Maybe I can just interact with you guys for now. Oh, man. Lucky I don't get embarrassed, but I don't know anything about this technology stuff. But, if you got any comments, any questions that you want to ask me, like I said, man, I'm an open book. And much love to Cali. Just got some people hitting me up from Cali. Like for all those that's done time with me, I was in Lompoc from 2001 to 2004. I was in Victorville from 2004 to 2006. From Victorville, I went to Beaumont from 2006 to 2008. 2008 to 2015, I was in Atwater. I got sent to the Smooth in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. Then from there in 2017, I was in Florence, Colorado, where I got released from. The life I live, the life any of us live that's in this life, I tell people it's a hard life. It's not a life for busters. Busters can't survive this life. And if somehow they made it through because they were victims. What's up, Cincinnati, Ohio? Man, thank you so much for the love out there. But the thing I want to emphasize that life in general is already hard enough with all the responsibilities you have to have out here. Why make it harder on yourself with all the extra stuff? We live in an age of technology. Things that rich people had before. Some secretaries to go find this information for them, that information for them. We have access to that now. Anything that we want to know anything we want to learn is really at the tip of our finger. If you know how to work it, unlike me, you know. But if you know how to work it, unlike me, you can find those information and you can learn the knowledge that you need to learn to be able to do that. You know, for those that been in prison with me, you know, in these different places, man, hit me up, holler at me, because my experience is not unique. There's millions of people that's incarcerated to this day, right now, as we speak. And a lot of them's going through a lot of the stuff that I've been through. A lot of them's been in crazier, hairier situations than me. You know, come on here, holler at me, share with me, share to the world the experience that you've been through. And let these people know that, man, we're not just sitting in there watching TV and eating ramen noodles. You know, but okay, New Mexico, what's up, OG? Much respect. You know, 2 decades is a long time. You know, at dinner today, I had my attorney, Deirdre Gorman, that was my attorney on my case, and through the course of the years, we've been friends. And you know, she quit practicing law. She does right now pro bono for death row cases, because being on the front line of the judicial system, she had a first-hand experience and knowledge of how corrupt the system is. The system don't care about the truth, homie. They don't care about your life. They don't care the effect that it happens on your family. You know, these prosecutors and these judges, when you come through, they see you as dollar signs. They see you as an advancement in their career. So their objective is to get convictions regardless of the truth. If it's not the case, why would we have people being released 30, 40 years later because they were found innocent of their crime? If they were innocent today, wouldn't they have been innocent 30 years ago? So if they were innocent of the crime that you rectified after 30, 40 years, then you ask yourself, well, what was the evidence that you used 30, 40 years ago to convict this man or this woman? Why does our justice system take 3, 4 decades to be rectified? You know, they say Lady Justice is blind. I have a saying where it goes, you know, when people say, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Well, mine is, they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to see the truth, and they definitely don't want us to speak the truth. You have people that live a certain lifestyle. These people that make these laws, these elite, these privileged individuals. The rest of us provide that lifestyle by our labor, by our sweat, by our blood and our tears. We consume their product. We support their cause. We are the consumer that provide them their lifestyle. And when we don't conform, they put us away. If they feel that we're an individual that has intelligence, that has a voice that can motivate people, that can inspire people, or even have the knowledge to share with people, they want to put us away. Because they fear the citizen, they fear them obtaining the knowledge to take their place. Because in society, resources is limited. We all can't ride around in Rolls Royces, but we can all ride around in a bucket. So the people that ride around in Rolls Royces, they keep that price so high that everybody else can't afford it. But I'm veering off into the subject. I think I found the off button. I'm gonna hit it and maybe it works. But like again, I want to thank you guys for all your support. Oh, the best food I've liked so far is my mom's cooking. It's not just one. Somebody asked me what the best food I've had so far, and everybody likes katil, but most Asian knows it as pho. Because you can doctor it. The broth is it's a rice noodle with beef, with beef, shrimp, meatballs. That's what I had tonight that my mom made, and but you can doctor it how you like. A lot of Asians like that stuff, but I can't really pick a favorite because everything my mom cooked is so good. Yeah, I had slaw machu. Somebody just said slaw machu. That is sour soup, and I had that yesterday. I had slaw machu and homemade pork sausages with some baked fish and pahok. If you're Cambodian, you're Laos, you know it as by padek, but we call it pahok. It's like fermented fish, but you season it up, doctor it up. Listen, man, I don't care what you put on the steak. A1 hot sauce, master barbecue, all that stuff. None of that stuff can fuck with pahok. You put pahok on a steak with some sticky rice or regular steamed rice, man, that's the shit right there, homie. You guys know that. Every time we have a get together with all the stuff, we always have a bahong. Laos people call it tamahong, but we call it baklahong. It's papaya salad. But Laos people make it really hot. I can't really. When I eat hot stuff right now, I sweat. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the opportunity to eat all these different foods. Because when you're in there incarcerated, everything's limited. You eat the same shit every week. Monday is like mystery day. They might give you lasagna, or they might give you hot dogs. Tuesday, they got chicken patties. But it's not like Burger King or KFC chicken patties or dried up, nasty ass chicken patty. Wednesday, they got burgers. But like again, it's not McDonald's or Burger King's or Wendy's or any of the other burger joints you got. It's dried, nasty ass burger. Thursday, you got baked chicken. Friday is fish and macaroni and cheese. And again, I don't understand how you put fish and macaroni and cheese together. That never made any sense to me. But I think I found the off button. I've taken up enough of your guys' time already. Starting Monday, I'm going to figure out how to put a set time for my episodes. So all those that subscribe, I think there's like a bell button somewhere on there that you can hit to be notified when I have a video coming out. And I just want to be able to be consistent with my product and hit that button. And I'm going to figure out exactly what time I'm going to release these episodes. And I want to be able to do it consistently, give you guys 5 episodes every week. I have endless content. And I hope you guys don't get tired of it. But really, the reason that I'm doing these things is just to take you through a journey with me, to give you a sense of the reality that I and people like me live in, and that maybe this isn't the reality that you want, you know. So thank you again for helping me get to 1,000 subscriber. Hopefully somehow I can start figuring out how to monetize this. We gotta make a living, right? Shit, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I think this is the off button. Okay, bye. Okay, hold on.